Okay, take two.
Oh,
take
come
two.
on.
We're
Aren't you
hot.
supposed to be a professional at this?
We're ready.
First
And I
streamer.
pressed enter on my recording, so it stopped. But we're here. All right. We got
I don't have emotions on this model yet.
we got the podcaster, the author, and the VTuber here on the podcast. The VTuber here is actually is our guest for tonight, Mr. Dr. 18, super cool guy. We got Vic back again on the pod. Obviously, sickest dude, super cool guy.
I don't know about that.
Hey man, don't underplay yourself. All right, you're like the only man I can trust. The only man I can trust with this task.
Right?
You're in the middle, my G.
You're pointing at me right now.
Okay, so
You are pointing.
Dio. Got
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You're pointing at Vic, then me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, welcome everybody to the pod. And while we're here, I just want to ask you. All right, Doc, I got a question for you off rip. All right.
Is it the big question? Is it the necessary question that everybody has to answer?
Well, yes. First of all, that. All right. So we have a very necessary question here that we ask to every single guest of the podcast. All right.
But this is going to determine how we feel about you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Okay.
I'm gonna give you some entry here. All right. So let's say, man, you and I, we go to Best Buy. All right.
Right.
We get in line. We paid however much money to stay in line overnight, and
What?
we go in.
You have to pay to go to Best Buy now?
No. Hear me out. All right. We're in line
Okay.
for a 30 series card. Okay. So
Okay.
we're in line. We go in, and they're like, hey bro, we got 3080 Ti in stock. You and I, we split the cost. We buy it. All right.
Right.
Get home. We open the box. All right. We're opening up the box. We're ready to go. And there's some plastic on this graphics card. This beautiful, powerful 3080 Ti that's sitting in your hand. Founders Edition.
Founders Edition.
All right.
Wow.
It's Best Buy.
That's a rare find nowadays.
It's Founders Edition. All right. We're sitting here. We're holding it. We're praising the sun. And you see this beautiful plastic ready to peel. Do you peel it?
Well, let's see. Do I want the graphics card to burst into flames as it overheats when I overclock it from the plastic being on top of it? No! I peel the plastic.
All right.
Doc is not a psychopath!
He's not a psychopath. We are safe.
Well,
we are
'cause
safe, everybody.
Technically,
You heard it
eventually
first.
that whole build plate's coming off and I'm water blocking that damn thing.
And do you peel the
actually have a
plastic off
link
the
for
box?
For the list of psychopaths yet?
List of psychopaths. I'm working on that.
Sweet.
I have it. It's ready to go for the most part. It's just I have some stuff I want to complete first before I launch it.
Yeah.
Is
So
it a
basically,
Google Drive link?
no. Actually, Vic got me into World Anvil
Mm-hmm.
for building
Okay.
for building something called the D.I.P.S.H.I.T.S cinematic universe,
Oh God.
which is basically
Wait. Hold on. Here's a question. Cinematic means cinema, meaning movies. When did the
It's-
movie release? Because I thought this was a podcast, yo.
I mean, who's closing doors here? Like, I'm
who's
down.
closing the doors, bro? We're done.
I went to film school. I'm gonna close the door on it.
I'm your fool. You can fuck off then.
Nah, bro. We're getting
I'll
a couple.
play a fat Italian guy in a movie about a podcast. Why not?
Yeah,
Well,
we'll
no, if
get
it's
a
a
couple.
movie about a podcast, that's different than just.
Mr. Seven as himself.
Yeah. No, you don't understand, bro. This is far beyond cinema and movies. All right, cinematic universe was mostly just a meme. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mostly wrote that because of the MCU or the Devil Artemis universe.
Right.
I just sort of I was like, dude, this could be insane. So basically what I'm doing is on World Anvil, which for those of you on audio, so Spotify, Apple, if you guys don't know what World Anvil is, it's basically like the storytelling site where you can write your own stories. It's for Dungeons and Dragons, but you can use it for other things. And
it's for general world building. So
It's a world builder. It can be
you make a
general
homepage
world
for your
builder.
world, and you
Yeah.
can put, you can make certain articles. You can make art. There's like a lot of different categories: people, magic, religion, economy. Like you can make, this city, and then it has subcategories for this city. What's in this city, so people can really just dive into your world and absorb the lore. So it's a
Yeah.
big online repository for everything that you need to remember about your world.
Yeah, so pretty much.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Like, when was that tax hike? About 3,000 years AD. What was the percentage of like farmers to industry workers?
0.69 on a 420
God.
scale.
Now, how many keys were made in that year?
How many keys?
Yeah.
At least 5.
Minimum 5. Okay.
At least 5.
That's
At least.
one for each person.
Pretty much. So yeah, I'm basically working on a mini world anvil world based on the pod itself.
Okay.
I just thought it would be pretty funny and pretty cool that dude.
Honestly,
because
I think it's a
nobody's done this.
fantastic idea.
I'd buy a collector's edition card of me.
Hey man, I'm down.
Because you start off with a book, and then you develop a trading card game, and you make bank off of that, right? And then you do movies. That's the
I'll
path,
make
right?
you what's it called? I'll make you a foreign governor that comes in, aka co-host
Trading card
or
game,
guest.
fucking Tab
Dude.
Dio produced 2 goat meat.
Dude, we'll just take
Goat Meat
Doc.
Productions. That's the company name.
Yo,
Goat Meat
exactly.
Productions. love
Goat
it.
Meat Media.
G-
Goat Meat Productions.
Goat Meat
We already
Productions.
have Goat Meat Mafia. How are you gonna have Goat Meat Media?
Goat Meat Media, it's like Linus Media Group, but it's Goat Meat Media. That's all it is.
But see, GMM is already taken by another company.
Ah, very sad.
Man, that's sad, bro.
That's why
Alright.
GMP.
It's
Hashtag
okay.
brown chicken. Let's get it trending.
Brown Chicken Media, BCM. Brown Chicken Media Group, BCMG.
What have I begun?
How far have we gone? Yo, don't worry, bro. Once we get like a Gamer Subs or G Fuel sponsorship, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make goat meat mango as a flavor.
Goat Meat
100%.
Mango.
Yeah, it's
That'll
happening.
sell.
That's
That'll
fantastic.
definitely
Absolutely.
sell.
Dude, think about it this way, all right? Look,
Chicken dinner.
on Gamer Subs, all right, Russian Badger has a flavor called guacamole gamer fart, and that sells. So if guacamole gamer fart sells, then goat meat mango is gonna sell.
Badger.
Yeah, but you don't understand the logic that I'm putting here. Guacamole gamer fart, all right,
But it's
goat meat
GG.
mango. Yeah,
That's goat meat.
yeah.
You see, you need to feature the product in the actual music video we do for Goat Meat Mafia.
Dude, absolutely, bro. We're gonna have like 7 tubs of goat meat
No.
mango.
Even better. Secret Ninth tractor or trailer. Have that stuff with the energy drink.
Because you remember the name of it.
Dude,
How can
imagine.
you-
I'm close.
How
Dude.
can you claim to be part of the Goat Meat Mafia? You don't even remember the name of the
No,
song.
no, no.
I
Hear
never
me out.
got
Hear me out. Hear me
accepted.
out.
You guys never took my application.
You're
True.
having a bad day. Secret
When,
Ninth
I
flavor.
submitted an application. I was told, okay, we'll contact you in 3 to 5 business days. It's been 3 to 5 business months. You guys are backed up more than the port of LA. Come on.
Backed
More
up more
backed up.
than Ryu after Mexican food.
Jeez. Okay, that doesn't back you up though. That's freedom. Turns your
Anyway.
stuff into Braveheart.
But yeah, basically, World Anvil, it's gonna be a thing. Dude, trust me. Think about it this way, alright? The movie trailer, if we ever decide to make a movie, will be Secret 9 Tractor. And then that's the trailer.
You want to have like a little trailer for the podcast, but it's all of us, but being played by like really bad amateur actors that look like almost but nothing like us. Like, you know
Okay.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
something
I'll
awful
grab
like
like,
that.
you know what we'll do? We'll grab like the first Bruno from Italy, and have him play you.
Let's fucking have Bruno. Wait. But
W-
here's the question. Me.
You,
Like,
you.
who plays me then?
Who plays you?
Yeah.
I'll play
We'll
you.
just we'll get Dwell in here. We'll get
Oh yeah, we'll get Dwell in here. Yeah, we'll get another VTuber.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is.
The
there
Dark
it is.
13 played by 12.
Yeah, and then for Crow, we'll just we'll have the guy who played Sonic the Hedgehog and feed him 5 Big Macs.
oh god.
Then Ryu, we'll find some guy from like Alabama, and then we'll put him on a broken chair, and we'll call it a day. I don't know. I don't know about Jinxie yet. Devon, we'll find like a Ford Escape and hope that there's a homeless guy living in it, and then
Wait,
we'll just grab him for Devon.
what in the hell?
For Dan, we'll just have like a picture of the Romanian flag, and that's it.
Dude, for Dan, it's
potato.
just a bottle of Everclear. That's it. That's all we need.
A rooting potato.
Oh,
Christ
what?
almighty.
You know, a potato that's been left too long, so it's starting to grow roots.
True. Actually, you know what?
If
Now that I
it's
think
pissing
about
somebody off, would you call that an irritator?
Yeah, definitely.
Facepalm. Oh, audio listeners, you can't see this, but it was glorious.
Dude, you've disappointed me for like, I don't know, how many times has it been in 5 years now?
Why must you fail me so often?
Dude, it's not even
It's been
why
like 6 years at this point, isn't it?
yeah, almost
too long. It's been way too long.
Regrettably,
Regrettably, damn. Okay,
like
the
shit.
shade's coming out,
Please, Dio, tell us how you really feel.
right?
I
Shit.
I don't know.
I don't know what I,
ju-
can
I
do
just-
to
I
curry
just-
more favor with you.
I just feel some type of way, bro. And the spicy meatball hit different. It's just how it is.
You know how you might be able to gain his favor, Vic?
Ah.
Buy some ad space on Dio's podcast.
Ads. Oh, you know what? And that is a fantastic point. Have you thought about selling ad space?
Oh shit!
Doc
Actually
is a
smart.
brilliant man. Have you thought about this?
Actually smart.
Okay. So I'm about to expose Dio a little bit, real quick.
Okay.
So me and Dio were talking because
You were
Dio's got
talking
a new
about this.
microphone, as everyone can probably hear, and I tuned that bullshit for him. And after I tuned that bullshit for him, he went and messed with it.
Mean? I haven't touched it since.
Went and fucked up 2 hours worth of work, and
When
then
did it-
reverted back because he figured out, oh, this shit's broken. But after that conversation, I started talking, and I told him, it's like, hey, do you know those things that they put in like some radio stations where they have that like fan camera that captures most of the desks, and there's a little plastic place card on the mic stand that has the show name on it? I was like, why don't you rent that out since you broadcast this on Twitch anyway? Or stickers on the side of your headphones, so whenever you turn or whenever you do a plug, you can just kind of turn your head, give a little smile, little wink, and point to the logo on your ears.
I'm gonna have to get like a Rifty
See-
Chronicles T-shirt
see-
for him to wear during one of these podcasts.
See, Doc, I never undermined that. Second, I did
sweet
not
talk
break
him.
any of the settings that you mentioned that I broke. I did not break anything. I swear I didn't break anything.
This
Then
just
why did you
in,
text me, hey, I broke it.
this just in. Dio
I
is
have
Egyptian,
the DMs,
apparently.
Dio.
He is deep in denial.
I have receipts.
What do you mean you have
Every-
receipts, bro? The most that changed was one buffer size down.
Wait,
That's
getting a
it.
notification, Dio deleting message in private DMs.
What? My hands
Dio's
are
like-
up. They're right
Get 'em.
here. Why? why do you have a bodyguard just coming out of nowhere? My man just came out of stealth like it was Ghost Recon, bro. What was that?
I'm a VTuber. You know, we need our security. You know, we're all about keeping our identity secret and
He's-
you know security.
He's part
So
of the
I
Ghost
have a
Meat
bodyguard
Mafia.
that just shows up every now and then.
Ghost
Fully
Meat
armed.
Mafia. I hate you for that one. I hate you for that one. Jeez,
See, you
bro.
don't go into the mafia den without some backup.
You're right. You're right.
I brought Ghost Recon with me.
But yeah, shit. Like I'd sponsor a podcast.
Ah, hey, I'm down for that. Hey, okay, look. I
For
never
some ad space.
undermined your ideas. Your ideas are actually sick. I just would not know how to execute
You
it.
just. Oh,
Well,
I got
first
some.
of
I can
all,
help you out with
you're
that.
already doing ad with KPU. Why don't you just
You wear
wear
your
a
KPU
Rift
shirt,
Key
yeah.
Chronicles t-shirt?
Yeah.
I can do that.
do that.
I don't. Is there any Riftkey Chronicles T-shirt that I've gotten? No.
I can make one.
Please make
There you
one.
go.
Jeez, that's free ads. I would wear this every single time that like
Hold on,
you're
we
on
need to
stream
cut.
or
We need to
something
do another
like.
take of that. Your voice kind of cracked right there. Let's do it again.
I know it did.
Run it again.
What?
Nothing. Never mind. I went back to the cinema thing. Cut. Run it again. Line.
Door says you can tattoo the inside of your lip.
Just pull it down every time.
Today's game is watching around the Whiskey Chronicle. And then
Yeah,
next week, today's
dude, that's actually great.
Yo, if we're buying ad space, I want the tongue. So whenever Dio speaks, there's just a TD18 on his tongue.
Dude, I don't think I'm gonna do that much. That's too much. That's too much ad revenue. That's too little ad revenue for what I'm doing.
get the knuckle
So
tattoos
I
that
can,
say
I can
doctor.
finally accept the Raid Shadow Legends offers that they've been sending me, and I'll
Oh
just
my
pay
God.
you what they would pay me.
Doc,
Look, bro.
if I ever see Raid Shadow Legends on your channel, I'm disowning you.
That's completely fine. I've declined every offer they've sent me.
Don't worry. I've been not
But
given a
if I
Raid
can
Shadow
get
Legends offer.
TD18 tattooed on Dio's tongue, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Bro, that's gonna cost you a fat 10 milli, bro, minimum.
That's what they're offering me. That's what they offer every VTuber.
Bro, you have it easy, bro. This is our real life body. You got a VTuber body. You could just like Photoshop that shit in. I can't do that.
You can just put it on the file.
Just go
I
on
can
Unity,
Well, if I
slap the
wanted to.
PSD
I was
file on, and
literally
you're
in
good.
Hong Kong, like Hong Kong offices, but I was like, nah. It's an American podcast. I should probably be, you know, in an American office, right? Right. This is shot in America, right? Right, Dio? You're American, right?
No,
Canadian.
No.
he's
Oh
Canadian.
shit.
This is
Fucking!
shot.
Here comes! Here
Hold
comes!
on.
Canada.
Hold on.
He does a
Can we
doc
get-
with
Can
the.
we get the flag switched out?
Here he
Can
comes.
we-
the flag switch.
Okay. Don't worry about it then. Don't worry about it then. It's fine.
President Kirito. That's. I mean, that's. Oh man, my
Basically-
man come in with the disrespect on the Canadian podcast.
So for those of you who have no idea what the hell is going on, and I'm sure all of you on Spotify and Apple have no clue what's happening.
Doc is
basic-
currently sitting in the fucking Oval Office with twin American flags on either side of his desk
Pretty much.
on a Canadian podcast because he thought
I'm
he thought
Canadian.
Dio was American.
You know what's funny? I'm the only
this was just
Canadian
my
in the
slight
podcast.
disrespect. Because Dio was throwing shade the other day at VTubers. Slight shade, not bad shade. Just enough to irk me enough to put up 2 American flags behind me.
You became an irritator.
Did I do? What did I do? My man's like pulling out accusations. I'm confusion as to what I did at this point. Like what? When did this become? Let's get on Dio's. I don't know. Like just get on him for shit that he doesn't remember.
Hasn't it always been that way?
True. I did want to run a bit on Doc and I didn't.
No, that's unfortunate. Well, see, now next time you have him on the podcast, you have fuel. So
I do.
that's.
If there is a next time.
Ow! Okay, wow, that was fucking left field over
Hey,
there.
I wouldn't mind a second guest viewing. I wouldn't mind it.
Guest viewing or guest starring?
Guest starring, viewing, same shit. I'm
Wait,
viewing
where's
you
my name on the
anyway.
marquee? I believe on my writer it said that I had to be like second.
What do you mean?
Where's my name in the marquee in the title?
The
I'm a fucking
marquee?
diva when it comes to this.
That is actually a fantastic question. It says the author, the podcaster, and the VT.
I'm at the fucking end.
VT.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Dude, you're the one
Not
who
even fully
gave the
spelled out.
title.
You just
Okay.
Here.
you just VT like you're a disease or something.
You know what's funny? This is the title and exact spelling of what Doc gave me. So if anyone is to blame, it's him. You put yourself at the end. You shortened VTuber, and I took everything word for word. I just took the period out at the end. That's it. That's all I did.
Stand down.
Dipshit. How did I end up first on your show?
Because when I came up on the when I came up with the title, because Dio didn't come up with the title, and he's like, "Bro, I got nothing for tonight." I was like, "Great, Dio. I have to put up your title too." I was like,
Seriously.
"Okay, what about
Hey,
Dipshit Chronicles, the author, the podcaster, and the VT, because it rolls off the tongue better than the author, the podcaster, and the VTuber."
It rolls off better than the lion, the bitch, and the wardrobe.
Yeah, that one.
yep.
Well, I was kind of doing a
Or
sub
and the
Anyway,
audacity.
Chronicles,
that's an
you
inside
know,
joke.
the book series that
I hate
you
you.
make.
What? I didn't even
Little
pay
plug?
for this. How are?
Man, what a dick! I'm trying to promote your stuff, man.
I appreciate that. I just wasn't expecting it.
Oh, by the way, for those of you guys who don't know, you guys should check out Victor7 TV on Twitch because
Damn it.
he is also an author of a book, a sick book too. I'm one of its prime investors, kind of, sort of, not really. I
Ground
do,
floor- ground floor founder.
I do have the insider information, but sucks to be you guys. You guys don't get it because I'm the one with the insider information, not you, because y'all suck. Anyway, his
Hey.
book's really good. And I rate it a tree out of tree. It's a tree, no forest. Just a tree out of tree. It's sick.
What are we even talking about anymore?
But yeah,
I got
his book's sick.
lost, like 30
His book's
seconds
sick.
ago.
30s. What?
Dude, so you got lost the moment I said Vic has a book. That's
no, I
mean.
got your tree out of tree thing.
Oh, tree out of tree, no forest.
You know, tree fitty.
Tree fitty.
5 out of 7. Fucking.
Dude, 5 out of 7 is such a weird metric to rate anything on. 5 out of 6 is 5 out of 8, 5 out of 9. I don't know. Anything out of like,
Dio, I became a VTuber.
Kind of
to
a
avoid
prime
math.
number.
Like
yeah.
I,
You
I,
can-
I did this so I wouldn't have to think of math.
I rate it 7 out of 11.
Well, yeah, that's a pretty good rating. I like their nachos.
So okay, like the point's been made though. The point's been made that like VTubing is starting to become a whole lot more popular, and not even just lately. It's exploding now, but if you can get a good setup going, what if that is the future of Twitch? What if that is the future of streaming? Is VTubing? And then every once in a while just having a live face stream.
I do want to take this point and ask Doc another question on top of that. There are some listeners and watchers who either live under a rock or I know do not understand our culture at all, like Twitch culture and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So could you sort of give a as best you can a good simple explanation of what VTubers are and what they do,
Okay.
and how they play into streaming and content creation?
Okay, yeah. So VTubing essentially is taking any form of virtual avatar. So let's say a character model, a moving drawing, a literal PNG that flips between a non-speaking and a speaking image, and using that instead of using a camera as a way to show off your personality, giving you free agency to develop your character to be whatever you want it to be. Me, for example, I'm a 2,400 and change year old elf, elf wizard thing. I have
Elf
my
wizard
modeler
thing.
who's making my VTuber model is a potato, like a mystical potato that turns into a girl. That's just what happens. I have a friend who's a dwarf, a friend who's a bear girl, cat girl, a goblin shapeshifter. You
I
can
want to
be
say
anything
that
you want to
bear
be.
girls are underrated.
Yeah, they are.
Continue.
They're so adorable.
I'm
They're
a
some of the
human
best
dude wearing
design out there
business
as well.
maroon, so.
He's
But
a dude playing the dude disguised as another dude.
But basically, you get to express yourself without having to set up expensive camera equipment to get like the kind of shots that you get with Dio or with implicating graphics like you do with Vic 7. Like you can do so much more with less equipment, and you can kind of change it up every now and then because I mean, yes, you can buy new outfits, you can change up your setup, but you're always going to be limited to what you have in the real world. Whereas if I wanted to go to a different office, if I wanted to have a setup with a different window behind me, I don't have to set up a green screen. I don't have to key out anything. I can literally just use a game like VR chat to throw myself into a pre-made world like this one, and I'm in the Oval Office. I'm in my own office. I'm in a uh, design world for myself. You can do almost anything with VTubing.
I have a question for you on that front. A lot of beginner content creators express a lot of like nerves and anxiety about hitting the go live button for the first time and showing their face and being on camera. Would you say that VTubing is a good alternative, a good I guess a good way to maybe mitigate some of that anxiety since you have an avatar as a buffer between your chat and your real self?
Definitely. And with the advent of like in the VTubing community, if you have any sort of virtual personification, we accept you. Whereas like with some people, it's like, oh, you have to be streaming at a certain quality for your camera so like that you can look good and this and that. But with VTubing, it can be as simple as having a hand drawn drawing of yourself or a commissioned out drawing that just flips between that not talking and talking,
Based on
and
voice activity, yeah.
yeah, like you can use browser sources like Discord reactive images to just have it do it for you instead of learning how to code. And it's easy enough to where if you want to set up a small VTubing thing and try it out, you can do it with very little upfront cost versus having to buy a cam link,
So the barrier for
buy a
entry is a lot lower,
yeah,
and the quality right out of the box is going to be a lot higher for a
The
lot of
way
people.
I
And
see it, it's kind of like min-maxing because
yeah, yeah,
you can go as far as getting, for example, a Valve Index. For those of you who don't know what a Valve Index is, it's a complete, pretty much the ultimate VR setup.
well,
This stuff costs
let me
like about
let me
1,300
kinda
Canadian dollars
cut
per
in right there
for
because
reference.
this is actually a kind of a weird thing to do with this one because I'm actually set up as a live 2D avatar. This
Okay.
avatar I like to don on whenever I'm going to be appearing with some other people that are live like this because it has a 3D aspects to it. You can literally go live with just your laptop and the webcam that comes on it. That is good enough to track facial for a standard like low level. And if you already have something like an iPhone XR, which by the times that we're in right now, they're kind of affordable even in the aftermarket. Like I know someone who bought one for like $300 to do motion capture because of the AR kit that it comes inside of it.
yeah,
And there's so many tutorials in order to let it just be minimal equipment. Like you don't have to buy
yeah,
the index. You don't have to have I'm running a Quest 2.
yeah.
You don't have to have any of this equipment to be a VTuber. That's the kind of the big like point of like,
True.
hey, come do this and try it out is because all you really need is a stable internet connection, art, and a good microphone that can pick up your voice because
Exactly.
that's the one thing with VTubers. All you really need to worry about is your audio. And I mean,
Mhm.
audio is 9 times out of 10
And
all this content.
that's paramount for any kind of stream. If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and answer a question from the live Twitch audience here, for the benefit of everybody who may be listening later on for Spotify and Apple and any of our audio listeners. So the question was: commission art is a whole other can of worms when it comes to stream or YouTubing. Do VTubers pay others for the use of model in the background? Generally, when you commission a model, it is understood that the license that you have to that model is exclusive. unless otherwise stated. Some people make models that are publicly available, and when they do that, they usually upload it directly to a VR chat model world where anybody can then go and clone it. But if somebody makes a model specifically for you, it's generally understood that that is an exclusive license and that you own that model. The artist can still put that in their portfolio, but they can't resell that to anybody else but you. I've commissioned several models like this of characters from my book series, just to hope to be able to use them in a game. Um, but they're also the type of model that works in VR chat and works for VTubing, which is what Doc is doing.
You know,
Um,
I just
Yeah,
realized
this
something.
is a custom model. This
yeah,
is
Hmm.
100% all custom made for me, down to the
yeah,
makeup, down to the
and that
hairstyle. Like,
is your property.
yeah, this is my
Yeah.
property. It
You
was
don't have to
understood when
worry
I
about
bought
any
this.
kind of like copyright takedown or anything like that. You don't have to worry about any kind of infringement on rights or anything like that because you own that. You commissioned it, you paid for it, just like you went and bought a suit at a store. You're wearing it and it's yours. You don't have any kind of that is your property.
No, I
I
just
guess the
realized
other
something
way to
though.
kind of put it is like if you had a costume made for you,
Yeah,
an
exactly.
outfit
Yeah,
made for you,
yeah, yeah.
you own that outfit. While that person may be able to use the same patterns to make others, it most of the things that make yours special and unique will be kind of protected to your model.
Exactly. So the VTuber that you're asking about, specifically Dwell does commission his models from somebody, and he does so, gets those purchased exclusively. I remember one instance where somebody accidentally got a hold of one of his models and leaked it, so that way other people could clone it, and that's when he had to order a new one. So generally, I think it depends on the VTuber, but most VTubers like to have a model or three that are completely unique to them that nobody else gets to use. That's why they're recognizable. So,
I did want to say
Because I
something
mean,
though. If you don't mind. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I
no,
don't
no,
mean
no,
to butt
go
in.
ahead, go ahead.
Um, I basically just realized that VTuber avatars are basically NFTs.
Yeah, in a sense,
in a
essentially they could
stretch,
be.
yeah.
They're basically NFTs because they're virtual. They're not tangible, and you can literally sell it if you wanted to for a high price, just
Mhm.
like an NFT.
You could.
The
It
problem
just
is
comes
you
into
can
the
copy the models,
yeah.
and
True.
Well,
multiple
not
people can
even that
have them.
because you can have things that protect the model and have different things. Like if I'm running this in VR chat, yes, this can get ripped. In VR chat, there is a problem with people ripping models. But if I have a 3D custom model that I run on VC Face, or if I run through a different capturing software that's specific to my computer only and it does not hit a server anywhere, then yes, that is a one copy of that model, and I can sell that model if I ever want to retire it.
Yeah.
But as VTubers, you generally keep all of your models in the closet so like that you can kind of keep track of your branding, see what you want to change, any updates you want to make. There's a lot to it. You could sell it, but honestly, with the investment and the attachment that you get to these models anyway, you
Mhm.
end up kind of leaving them in the closet. I mean, it's
Yeah.
with anything,
Um,
someone would collect it, but
and for anybody who is thinking about getting into something like this, because I know we probably have a lot of curious people who are interested in maybe trying out VTubing for themselves. There's a lot of resources out there. One of my favorites, and again, not sponsored, is a YouTuber by the name of Phia, Phia. You can look her up. She's got a ton of really easy to follow tutorials. That's how I learned how to make VR chat avatars and upload them to VR chat with the SDK. So,
Yeah. But yo, VTubing is so interesting. I mean, I myself, I've always like. I mean, VTubing is
I'll
sick.
admit I'm
It's just.
curious.
I mean, I don't think I would do VTubing personally,
I mean,
just
I took a
because.
stab at it with Noggin. You remember
Yeah,
Noggin?
yeah, from FaceRig on FaceRig.
Yeah, I used FaceRig
I was
before
actually gonna
VRChat was
mention
even out.
that you can
Yeah.
use stuff like Wakaru or FaceRig, which are free
why Dio?
applications that you can use to, or
How?
very low cost applications you can use to have your own sort of avatar with the background, and it does like all the facial recognition and stuff, which is fun.
There's new apps that are coming out specifically targeted for those people who want to get into VTubing with presets that sure you have a certain amount of like changes you can make to make it yourself, but there
Mhm.
are apps being developed to make VTubing even easier to get into.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because
I've seen
since
one of
most
those, and one
phones
of those
have
just
AR
coming up.
kits, like it's so much easier to get into it. But I mean, VTubing kind of like it's a weird concept that you kind of have to be a little bit born, or there's a certain level of disposition that you have to have to wearing an avatar and claiming it as your own. And it's something that can be learned, but it really just depends on how you kind of view it. Because for me, this is what I look like to myself. This is a
Mhm.
good representation of myself. This is what I would like to show to everyone.
Yeah.
Same
Right.
thing with my live 2D model that's being worked on right now. Those are all models that I can see my persona in. It's something that I can kind of toss myself into. Whereas like some people who more like their face, it's a little bit narcissistic to say, but if you like your face enough, it kind of fits as your avatar anyway, and you don't want to cover it up. But
Yeah.
me, since I like being able to change things, being able to try new things, and having kind of this endless sea of possibilities, because I don't want to settle on just one option, I
Mhm.
run through avatars, I run through designs. I mean, hell, my model has been through like 3 redesigns ever since its inception. From this is the original model, black, white, no vest, cufflinks, and everything. The new model is green, same white shirt, brown vest with like gold accents, and the elf ears, and a nice lighter hair color, and a little bit of a haircut. And I can keep on changing that and have things updated as like memes go on. I can update that model with those cute little things that you can kind of have in there that you
Yeah.
might not be able to do in real life.
And
Mhm.
you made a comment earlier about this being the version of yourself that you could really see your persona in and something, which makes me think like VTubing might be a great thing to dip into if you're somebody who has like dysphoria or something
Yeah.
like that, or if you're somebody who has a real serious, you know, um, personal or mental issue with the way that you fit into what you were given. VTubing and VR in general, and being able to slip into another suit,
Mhm.
and slip into another body can be, from what I hear, a wonderfully freeing experience.
Yeah, it
Absolutely.
feels really nice. It feels very jarring for me specifically whenever I take my headset off.
Mhm.
Whenever I'm done
Yeah.
at my computer, like these two screens that I have, this headset that I'm wearing, I kind of get absorbed into these rectangles and I live inside of them for a while.
Yeah.
And when I pull out, when I take this thing off, it's jarring to have the world just kind of fill back in.
Yeah. Can you
And
imagine how much better it's gonna be once we get, and of course, I'm gonna bring this up because
Full
I'm a fucking
dive.
weeb, full dive technology, or at
Dude.
least mixed reality,
Full
you know?
dive would
Can
be
you imagine?
there's
so
a
good. That would
version
slap.
that I really like from the predecessor, I think it might have been, to Sword Art Online, being Axel World.
Okay.
This cool little Neuralink that goes behind your neck sits right here, kind of like some of those Bluetooth halos that you've seen.
Matrix.
And what it does is it same thing. It taps into your head, and you have heads up displays. I mean, I right now I have a world behind me, but right in front of me, I have my screen that shows me the Discord with Dio, Vic, and myself. I have my camera right here, and if I wanted to, I can pop up another screen to have chat right here, but I'm running on limited frames right now, so I just have the conference call going right now. So if there's any
Yeah.
questions for me, please relay them to me because I can't see chat right now.
Yeah, that's fine. I will,
Basically.
I'm kinda keeping track of things, so
True, true, true.
But yeah, that's why
Um,
sometimes you'll see me grab something right here, is because I have something right here that shows me my camera. If I want to zoom in or zoom out, I have to mess with this. If I
mhm.
want to look at the time, all I have to do is turn my wrist, and I have a digital display right here for my local time, date, and how long I've been running the software.
you
Right.
can basically just kinda make a version of the Matrix, just a whole lot less scary.
Yeah.
I want to try VR so badly, bro.
Well, then try
There's
it. I mean, A Quest is only like $200.
$299 USD. The funny thing is, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
They're fine.
I just went and I got stabbed for the first time today. My first dose of anti plague stabbity.
You guys
And,
5G chip.
It was right. I got the first half of my 5G chip. My
Get the firmware
my
update
Mark of
next.
the Beast in there.
Yeah.
And it's right next to the GameStop where my sister works. So I popped in on her, and she just got shipped in, I think, 8 Oculus Quest 2s
That's wild.
that had just come down because there was a recall. Okay, there was a recall of the Oculus Quest 2 64. I don't know. It was the
the
foam
big
around
one,
the
'cause of the
eyepieces
foam,
that they had
yeah.
to replace. They had to put like a silicone covering over it.
Mm-mm.
And they
Well,
upgraded all the 64 gigabyte ones
They
to
come
128.
included now with the newer ones. It just comes with a
Yeah.
pack with a free silicone upgrade. That's what I have on
Yeah.
right now.
And but they upgraded the storage from 64 to 128.
Right.
So that's even less of a reason to spend the extra $100 for the 256, because mostly what you're going to be doing is you're going to be running a link cable,
Well, most
and
people.
you're going to be putting that into your computer, and you're going to be playing stuff that's stored on your PC. Now there are, of course, a lot of Oculus games that I would recommend, such as Lone Echo and Lone Echo 2 that is just coming out, but because those were experiences. But getting into that should be fairly easy. I might be able to get you one at a discount if you are.
You know me and overkill.
Oh, I know. But what I'm saying is you can get a taste for it while you're saving it for that index, and then you can hand me
True.
down that to somebody who wants it later on.
True.
Giveaway on the podcast.
Give away on the podcast, maybe.
Signed Quest 2 by Dio.
Maybe.
I don't know. I might
fun.
take this question if you Dio. Am I not giving you enough room to talk on your own cast here?
No, go ahead, bro. I'm here. I'm listening, bro. I'm here to crack any. I'm here to farm lol W's when we need it. All right.
Gods.
The next question is about voiceovers and let's plays. So since we're talking about just games, and I'm assuming we're talking about camless. Yeah, I think it depends on whether you mean in a stream format or in a video recording format, because they're two very, very different beasts. Because in a recording format, you have as much room as you want to do as much editing as you want. Add your graphics, add your sound effects, add all your memes and stuff like that. Make cuts where there's blank space. Versus when you're live, you have to be conscious of that stuff all the time.
You have to do your own edits in real time.
Like basically, you're controlling your. You can play a game for YouTube, and just be recording and have 30 minutes of silence, and then just cut it out like it never happened.
True.
You do that on stream, you're gonna watch that viewer number drop.
Absolutely. And that's
So-
a crazy thing, right? Like a lot of people don't realize sometimes like the contrast between that, right? In the sense where, you know, on YouTube, as you said, there's so much editing freedom when it comes to your recording. So you can make it as long and as short as you want. You can have as many pauses and breaks as you want. You could mid recording go to the bathroom and come back, and it will be like it never happened. But
yeah.
you know, like on a live stream, it's different, right? On a live stream, you have to consistently keep the content going. Very rarely will people stay just because you're you. In that sounds kind of like negative in a sense where this guy's saying, you know, like people won't like you for your personality.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Absolutely. Like you're not. We'll take this into perspective. You're not XQC. You're not Ludwig.
You're
not Markiplier. You're not Soda Poppin'. You're not the top 1% of Twitch who gets viewers regardless of if their chair is on the screen or not, right? Like,
or you're sleeping.
Or like you're sleeping. Yeah, like dude, my man went 31 whole days in a month subathoning his life, and hit the highest Twitch sub record.
the one thing that you need to know about streaming with voice, or recording or streaming with voice only, because they're if you're voice only, it's very similar in what you need to be able to do. You have to be able to portray your personality through audio alone, because nobody can see your expressions.
True.
Nobody can see your reactions, so your reactions need to be heard. So if somebody says something in the game that confuses you, and you would frown and go like this, well, everybody on Twitch just saw me do that. Nobody on Spotify or on Apple has any idea what just happened. So to them,
Exactly.
there was no reaction.
Right. So
So
right there is
instead of
empty
making an
space.
expression, you have to learn to vocalize. But wait, what did he just say? I'm sorry. Can you repeat that to me? You have to be able to portray your personality through audio. And love them or hate them, I think a group that is really good at doing this is the Game Grumps, because they have very unique personalities, and their chemistry when they come together is explosive. They do generally have some let's plays that are extremely boring to watch because there's just not really much going on. But the Game Grumps are known for their moments, their bits. A joke starts and they take it and run with it like a fire in a mist. That's probably their most popular bit. Um, and their breakdowns. There was a bit where they were playing Wheel of Fortune and Dan lost 4 turns in a row and was raging about it. Like they're known for their bits and their moments.
I
So
feel uncomfortable with the energy we've created in the studio today.
what?
That's a Game Grumps thing too.
Oh, okay, that's what I don't know. I need to look that one up. But yeah, so the fact that you remember these little pieces, like Aaron's Obama impressions, say "big old mommy milkers," these are moments and facets of their personality that they put out that you remember and you smile about, and they make an impact on you. So how can you, as a creator, do that for the people that you're trying to entertain? What value are you bringing to the table with your voice? Are you going to be like the smoother, um, more chill ASMR style, um, explanation style channel like Mind Smash?
Right.
Fantastic YouTube channel. Are you going to be a little bit more hyped up, educational, but also a little bit goofy like the slow mo guys? Are
Or
you going to
even Linus
be
sometimes.
Linus?
Linus
Yeah, Linus
is
Tech Tips, absolutely. And everybody that's on his team does a fantastic job at that. Are you going to be kind of a comical narrator of things like Aussie Man or Z Frank?
and
If you
or are
think of all these things,
you
like the true facts about this, insert this animal here, right?
yeah,
Are you going to be a
casual
text to
geographic.
speech? Are you going to? I think okay. Here's another underrated YouTuber, the text to speech YouTuber. Okay,
Rav.
because you could do this. Rav for League of Legends is one of my favorites. Sir Swag used to be an Overwatch YouTuber, but since has transitioned to other things.
Mhm.
Um, Personally, like it depends on the taste of your audience. You have to understand what your audience's intent is, and what I mean by that is there's a reason people are going to come to a channel. Okay, and the one big thing that I see a lot of people making mistakes on, especially on Twitch, is they think like giveaways are going to get them viewers. Giveaways will get you followers and whatever else you make them do, but their intent is to get something from you and not to come back and watch.
It's a quicker transaction than the longer transaction, which is to gain a follower, a
Yeah.
community member.
Ah,
Well,
you lost.
you're gonna
Like
get a lot of empty followers. You're gonna get a lot of empty traffic. You're gonna get numbers, but those numbers aren't gonna mean anything because the people that click the follow button and follow the social media and do all these things that you may have laid out on your Gleam giveaway, they're not translating over to live viewers. They're not interacting with you and getting to know you and becoming part of your community, which is your ultimate goal. If you're on Twitch, you want to grow your community.
so I was just looking at what you were doing, Dio.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nothing.
Fairweather
Same
fans is a
question.
fantastic way
Good luck.
to do that if they're done wrong. But if you're including a giveaway that coincides with your audience intent, some channels make content specifically for people that stream. So their giveaways focus on things that will be useful to people who stream.
Reflectors,
Precisely.
lights, cameras, microphones.
Yeah, more so, and overlays, things like that. Uh, Things that will add production value to what they're trying to do. And this kind of value keeps them coming back because they want to know what more are you going to have for them later on, because it may not just be a giveaway, it may just be advice, it may just be, just good practices. One of the tips I picked up from Stream Scheme was making a 10-minute recording of yourself before you go live and leaving it alone for 24 hours, then coming back the next day and watching it, and then immediately after making another 10-minute recording and trying to improve on what you just saw. Because as a viewer, you get to identify what's wrong. As the streamer, you're in the eye of the storm. You can't see what's going on. You're just trying to get on there and perform, right?
True.
So for anybody who's a content creator, try to understand what attracts your audience to you, why they hang around, and how you can maximize the value that you give them. Not necessarily through giveaways, but through the content that you provide and the value that you as the person provide to them that makes them keep wanting to come back.
Like, for example, this podcast. My goal with this podcast, I want to be funny. I want to have these types of conversations, right? And I just want to entertain. That's a main goal. I want to entertain, and I want to bring my friends with me on this entertaining path. With this podcast, right? Every single time, what I do is I think, who's gonna listen to a podcast? What type of environment are people gonna be in? I re-listen to this podcast. Like, this podcast is being done right now. It's gonna be uploaded the next day. And the day after, when I go to work, I have one earbud on, I'm doing my work, I'm listening to the podcast. And I'm listening to different faults in audio. I listen to, okay, this bit was funny, this is making me want to stay, I'm enjoying this. This is kind of boring, or I could have improved on that. And you sort of get your brain turning on, okay, what, and you sort of find what is acceptable and what isn't as acceptable, or what you feel you want to tailor your vision to. And
And if I could just
yeah,
amend something real quick, these things that I'm talking about are only for content creators who are trying to make some measure of success out of it and turn it
absolutely.
into maybe like a little part-time job that you can also earn some income from. If you're a hobbyist, do whatever you want. If you're a hobby streamer, none of this matters to you.
True.
There is no meta that you need to conform to. There is no thing there is no doing wrong, if that makes any sense. Sure, there are things that are not optimum, but if you're a hobby streamer, who cares? Do it because you enjoy it. If you're doing it because you want it to be a diversified source of income, then yeah, you may want to pay attention and try to do something, the way that successful people are doing it.
Honestly, I actually started off streaming just wanting to do it as a hobby. Um, Now I just, like, after a while I sort of fell off streaming, had a lot of breaks, school and stuff and all the things like that. I started losing some time, had to allocate my time elsewhere. Now I'm just like, you know what? I had
I
a
want to have
bit
another podcast today.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had a bit in one stream playing Elite Dangerous where I had Vic and Ryu literally sitting with me in a voice chat, and we just pretended it was a podcast. What do you know? I turned it into an actual podcast, and look at
Yeah,
me
it's
now.
just you
you
get the
know?
best ideas by accident, and that is the number one thing about being a YouTuber, being a Twitch creator. Constantly evolve, constantly adapt, constantly come up with new stuff, and it's gonna happen. And once the more you get used to it, the more it happens naturally too.
And honestly, I've been enjoying this so much.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
let's be real, all the memes that we've done, like DDS and like Hellhound's Payday 2 Symbiosis, um, Crow's
Isn't
Fat
tight.
Hog,
oh yeah. There's a lot of
like
inside jokes. We don't have one for Doc yet,
lots.
do we?
Not one yet.
Doc. You gotta spend more time around us. You gotta spend more time just hanging out.
I do.
It's malpractice.
We're
One
we're
one of the
we're in a
things.
voice chat almost every single night, whether it's on in my Discord or Jinx's.
Okay, so the main thing with like me showing up sometimes is that as a VTuber, sometimes you have to do homework. Specifically, if you want to personify yourself, or if this is your first foray into doing content and you're kind of trying to see what direction you want to go into. Something that maybe the Twitch viewers have seen, but the Apple listeners and our Spotify listeners won't be able to see, is my twitching, my moving, my not muting my body language and just becoming a statue that doesn't talk. I can mute
Absolutely.
my mouth if I want to. It's creepy. You want to humanize, so sometimes you want to study how do humans move. What are the things that, like, if you see me, I'm rocking in my chair, or every now and then I'll touch my face, or well, the headset I need to adjust every now and then, so I'll just kind of like touch on the headset to readjust
Yep.
it. And
It just looks like you're pushing into your face. You're like,
well, it's like
this
that's
is
why-
coming out.
that's why you kind of have to figure out where to push, where to kind of move things around so like that it doesn't look like I'm just like eating my hand, you know?
It's like those cartoons where like you get bumped on the head with a hammer and you're pushing the lump down and it comes out another way, and then you're pushing it in and it comes out another way. That's what you look like when you're pushing into your headset and stuff. And it's like,
Yeah,
dude, my man's sitting there like like it's a Tom and Jerry cartoon, like you're just pressing into
Well,
his face.
Well, it kind of ties into the whole like I have to animate my hands, kind of like Vic was saying. You have to animate your voice.
Mhm.
Yes.
I have to reanimate what my body's doing to
Yes.
show off my
Yeah.
persona. Like
Yes.
there like with a live 2D model, there's some stillness that you're gonna always have. But with a 3D model like this, since I can move my body, I don't have slime trackers or anything on this, so
Jazz hands.
I can only
Jazz
go
hands.
so far up.
Come on. Jazz
and
hands.
I start to flip too. But there's a wait, what'd you say?
I
Hold
said
on, roll
jazz
that back
hands.
30 seconds.
Jazz
What?
hands.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Hey. Hey. Look at the security guard.
Hey.
Give us some jazz hands.
No, do the robot, my guy. Have a.
Nah,
You know.
he's gone.
He's
Just gonna
gone.
sit back,
R.I.P.
make sure everything's fine. Or it's like you'll see me adjust every now and then, cross my hands, put it on the desk, and I lined up my desk with this desk, so
Yeah.
My man's slapping his
So
desk. for
there's a
real.
lot of work that you did behind the scenes to really sell the effect.
Yep.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that comes with some homework, like
Yes.
learning how to do OBS tricks in order to get this camera instead of just capturing my game where I'd
Yeah.
be doubled in audio, or setting up the microphones like that. I can have it but still track if I'm using a camera. There's a lot of like homework that you have to do when becoming a VTuber. Well, when you're trying to be a more advanced VTuber than
Yeah.
just
Low
PNG
skill
and
floor, high skill ceiling.
mm-hmm.
You know what, my boy. Now that you're mentioning this, bro, I have to start some beef with you now. All right, I have to
God.
put it down to a
You're
stack.
Indian, you can't start beef.
Look. Okay, I'll start chicken then. I don't know. I'll start a goat. I'll start some goat. All right. I'm gonna put it down to a stack. All right, bro. My guy be neglecting our friendship because this man be busy all the time, bro. What are you saying, bro? Every time I message you, like, nah, G, I'm busy. Nah, G, I'm busy. We had one good voice chat fixing my microphone for 2 hours until 3 a.m. and then I never see you again. You just disappear from the face of the earth, bro.
I do that with a lot of people.
Bruh.
It's just so much that you have to do sometimes.
Bro, this
Yeah,
is
no,
like
I
an
get it.
You know, life
intervention,
catches
bro.
up. Right now, I'm trying to find a new job because I don't like mine, so I might actually become a security guard.
Hey,
pay
you ever need any
good.
tips? You let me
Hey.
know.
They apparently pay really good. Yeah,
Depends on where you
this
are.
guy gets paid really
Yeah.
good. $20
If
an hour
you're-
apparently in my area. So
If you're
Yeah,
global
depends
elite,
on
you're
where
set.
you are and what you're.
If you're
'Cause my
global
first
elite, you're
security
set.
site was $10.50 an hour, breaking up gang fights every other week. It was
That's crazy.
hot garbage. 2 years, no raises. Yeah,
It's
depends on where. Don't work for Allied Universal.
Ah,
tell you that right
shit.
now.
Am I gonna say
Calling
who
out
just in
Allied
case
off
that,
the rip.
you know, there's someone from HR listening to the podcast and they're gonna be like, no, I
Dude.
know that voice. I know that voice from Dipshits. No, we're not gonna hire that guy.
Dude.
My operations manager is one of my followers.
Oh god.
I'll say it right now. Allied sucks.
Allied does suck. All right, I've heard stories,
They-
bro. I've heard
we're all
heard
gonna be out of a
whispers
job.
in the wind. Yeah.
We're all going to be out of a job on December 1st, and they still haven't told us about it. They still haven't told us we lost the contract.
Even though you
Oh.
guys are all painfully aware of it.
I'm working a 25-day stretch with 1 day off in the middle. We're back to
Crazy.
60-hour weeks again. This company, I'm telling you.
Bro, this
Yeah, so
company
I am
actually
definitely
blows.
looking for something else. I just want to get into something part-time that I enjoy. Yeah, right now even I'm not supposed to be here right now. I'm supposed to be at work. Our good buddy 2-for-1 22 69 69.
Isn't it
69.
23
Oh
now?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He's-
yeah.
Didn't they
Yeah,
go
I
23
would
now?
normally be starting my shift right now. He's
Bad
holding over for a
zingers.
couple hours just so I can be on this podcast.
Shay shit zinger
Federal side,
butters.
fucking hire me, Adora. I'll give me a nice little 2 or 3 day a week shift, grave shift. I'll take it.
Oh, Dan's getting his keycaps because he broke his W key. I need to talk about this, bro. My boy
It's okay.
Dan had a Razer keyboard and he broke his W key. You know why he broke his
Yeah,
W
clean
key? Because
background
it's a Razer keyboard and Razer sucks.
Don't you use a Razer keyboard?
No. Why would I?
Right, Adora.
You sure?
What? Why is he outside? Why was he
What the fuck?
outside?
I just saw that.
It's called security. You work it. They
He's
have to go around
patrolling.
the
I know.
perimeter.
I just,
I thought you
Anyway.
were a security guard. You
am.
maintain
Uh,
a perimeter.
I didn't expect that. I thought he was still standing next to you in
It
camo.
just did not.
No,
it
he-
just
He
did
goes
not
around every
process.
now and then. What do you think?
My
he's
man is
doing
actually
this?
patrolling. I
No,
love
I
it.
don't use Razer. I don't like Razer. None of the products I have with me right now are Razer.
Except for the mouse.
Nope.
I mean,
My mouse is not Razer either.
bruh, if I can earn it, like, to be completely fair, I'm at a point in my life where my expenses are finally low enough that I don't need a whole heck of a lot to live on. To live moderately comfortably, it might take a while to save up for things that I really want to do for people, like get Ryu and Index, but you know, I'm not gonna be in a fucking gutter, you know.
mean-
I wish and I hope that more people will end up in the kind of situation that I luckily found myself in, with lower expenses, lower rent, things like that.
Dude, rent
This
blows.
whole
Amen, brother. I require oats.
there's a really old meme from like 10 years ago. It's an African American gentleman yelling at the top of his lungs, and it says the rent is too damn high. It's never gone down.
It's always too damn high. Like, dude, you'd be lucky to find anything under $1,000 in rent over here.
It should not be expensive to have housing. Truth.
Dude. Tell inflation that. Tell inflation that.
Right?
Amen.
So,
Dude. I hate housing, bro. Okay. We were going over Romanian housing when me, Dan, and Crow were on a pod. We were going Romanian housing. Romanian
Very
housing
relevant
is
topic
sick.
today.
Romanian housing is sick, all right? It's like $300,000 for a villa, bro.
300,000.
Yeah, but what's the internet like?
US gig 10 gig for 15 bucks.
Oh. See, okay. If you're
have to
going
realize,
to this nice place, but you're ended up with
Romanian-
BenderNet, there's not.
No,
I
no,
don't,
no,
is
no,
it
no.
worth it? Like,
Romanian internet is god tier. They are giving you
Is it?
10 gigabit for $15.
Upload or download?
Both.
I'm
what?
gonna need another source to verify that for me.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Dan has shown this
Because
to me.
10,
I smell a rat.
10. What is the whole country just fiber optic?
Oh, can you live in
Yes.
square feet and get tax credit for it? Okay, I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. I'm a Romanian expert.
Dude, Dan was showing me this like Romanian internet. Romanian internet's actually god tier.
He says whole country is fiber optic.
We drink vodka. We have Everclear. We have fiber optic.
What is
Whole
it made out of
country.
recycled vodka bottles? Is that why
Bet
it's
you
so
didn't know
good?
this
That's
this
why there's
podcast
fiber
was
optic everywhere. There's just a guy with a laser shooting through vodka bottles.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. My man has a
podcast is
tack
sponsored by
laser.
Blinsky Toys.
Belinsky Toys, dude. If Belinsky Toys could sponsor me, bro, I'd be making bare gold right now. Because
Yeah,
just
there
be
you go.
so gold money
never
right now,
know.
bro. It'd be
It's all
so
Pyrex
gold money.
though.
So gold money.
I've been
telling you.
thinking about the result of that. that 200 gold that he gave Blinsky, like he might just fucking pack up and leave.
Dude,
Why make
Belinsky's
toys anymore? Blinsky has more than enough gold to live for the rest of life.
Belinsky is gonna move back to the motherland, bro. At that point, my man's going back. He's gonna see Russia post Chernobyl. He's gonna be like, dude, what happened here?
Oh, shit. It was barren wasteland, basically just the same, just on fire.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I've been doing the Blinsky voice all day, and I can't stop.
Dude, Belinsky voice is so fun. Okay, for those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, so basically me, Vic, and a couple others run a D&D campaign, D&D Dungeons and Dragons. We run a campaign every Monday evening on Vic's stream. 6 or 10 PST, by the way. You should check it out. Twitch.tv/Victor7TV. Hashtag not sponsored, but
Fifth edition, by the
sponsored.
way.
Yeah, hashtag
I mean,
sponsored.
I'll fucking sponsor you.
Dio's Valve Index Fund. Anyway, but yeah,
For those of you at home, like 15 different graphics just popped up on screen. The goal deals ad space campaign thing with like 3 money signs, 3 goat meat like memes, and then we're back to the cameras.
oh no, you forgot the one picture of Dan eating bread.
I'm sorry, I looked away for a second.
It was a Polaroid. It was a
blinked, I missed
Polaroid.
it.
I blinked.
Yeah,
I missed it.
I blinked.
Oh, by the way, guys, make sure you guys follow the pod on all the platforms. It's fully free, and every single follow is one bread for Dan every day. It's Dan's Daily Bread. And if you guys subscribe
Except
with
in Quebec. You have
monies,
to pay like $5 in Quebec.
Give Dan this day his daily bread.
if you guys pay monies, bro, you'll have a chance to win one Polaroid NFT of Dan eating bread. All right. Current value of the NFT. Stay tuned.
They sacrifice the bread to Dan.
It's 3 Shina Inu coins is the current price.
Shiba Inu coins?
okay,
Nah,
so
bro.
here's-
It's at least
you're
5
bringing this
Bitcoin.
up. You're gonna make me launch into stuff because I actually bought some SHIB and some Doge.
Oh,
I
me too.
did long time ago.
I bought. Fuck, I had to check my apps, but I bought quite a bit of Doge.
Not
And it
sponsored by Coinbase,
It
by the
did
way.
go
We
up. I
don't have
bought
that
early
yet.
enough that. Yeah, I bought early enough that it my let's see. I spent a total of $400.
Shit.
Of 200 on one app for Doge and 200 on another app for SHIB. And I started taking the Doge money out and reinvesting it in what am I reinvesting in? PSEC and NRZ, which do monthly dividends. By the way,
Yay.
I'm currently sitting at $831 on that account. And if I were to check my SHIB, and I don't know if it's gonna. I think rule number 1: only invest money you're willing to lose. This was throwaway money. I figured I was never gonna see it again.
This is a casino. Let's go.
Exactly. Just treat it like that. Like just
on Shiba Inu.
consider the money lost.
Dude, I remember Dan and I when we bought like 5 million SHIB each. Jeez, bro.
Okay. How much
I
SHIB
have
do
like
I actually
68,000 Shiba
Well,
Inu. I have like
I've-
200 Doge.
Yeah,
Dip to hell.
Let's just put it this way. My SHIB that was worth 200 is now worth 1,400.
Oh man,
It was
Yeah,
1,600 the other day, but it fell a little bit.
bruh. My man tried cash out at 16 and just went into something else at that point.
I mean, I
just
probably
leave it
could.
in there.
I'm just curious to see what'll happen because I own like, what do I like 2,700,000 SHIB?
Mm.
So when it hits
If
a
it
penny,
hits $1,
buying all RTX cards, right?
if it hits $1, I'm building a streamer ranch, and each of you are gonna have a nice little cottage.
Hey yo, I'm down. Let's make it in Canada though
I need
because
a
it's nicer
VR
here.
room for sure. That's at least 20 by 20. That's just the VR with my setup.
No,
Yeah.
bro. I am gonna
Yeah,
have
right
one
to do
big
it.
room where I just have the
I
podcast. We're gonna have a 16 XLR port board with like literally all of us in the room. Doc is
Only
Doc. we're gonna have Doc in the back, just sitting there, managing the board while all of us do the podcast. It's gonna be great. All right. I've talked
You know what
this
this
over
man
with Doc
said?
before.
Hold on. No, not this one.
Yes. That's
You know what this
me.
man said to me? It's like, hey, when you get your new mic, can you bring it on the podcast when we do the IRL podcast? Because I don't want to buy an extra mic. This
Yeah,
man was like,
it's
hey,
true.
you're gonna get an RE, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy one like as soon as I pay off some things and I get a new graphics card because I need the graphics card first because my audio's fine. And he's like, okay, cool. Well, when we have the real life podcast, I'm gonna need you to bring your mic because while I can buy an extra mic for you, if you bring your own, I don't have to spend the money on it. That's what this man said.
I'm Indian. What do you expect? Like, what's the issue here?
You're buying everyone else a mic except for me. That's why.
Because you have
the
a better
truth
one.
comes out.
Because you have a better one. You have something better than what anything I could afford.
Doc, do you need some love, Doc? Do you need some help?
I need a fucking microphone.
I
I'm not
have
gonna be running the fucking board.
No. Okay,
what
no.
mic are you currently running?
While we're in the
Well,
microphone,
right now, I'm fine. I have a reliable one. It's good old reliable Shure, the M54, right? Hold on, wait.
Because I have a Samsung G Track
No,
Pro.
58.
no.
58.
He's you don't understand. He's gonna
Shure,
buy an EV RE20, Vic.
Yeah, I'm getting
An Electro Voice
Yeah.
RE20.
Okay, I don't know
Okay.
what that is.
This is what I was
microphone
mentioning
that's, like,
earlier.
really, really nice and will
Yeah.
beat out anything Dio ever gets because
This
I know how to tune microphones.
This is
And Dio's
what
gonna sound like a robot for 3 weeks until I go and spend 3 hours fixing his microphone, only for him to go and change the damn settings the next day and break the damn thing.
Not gonna let it go.
I didn't change any settings, first of all. Second, I didn't change any settings. I just didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
With an excuse?
What settings did I change? Tell me this. What did I change?
You're changing the delay.
Yeah, by 1 because I started roboting at 256. So I changed to 192 and now I'm fine. I changed one single setting. One single
Fine.
thing.
When I left at 3 in the morning,
Everybody get some popcorn.
were
To see what we do.
fine.
We're gonna watch the audio files duke it out.
All right, look.
you were fine.
Look.
The night that I
look,
left,
Look.
you were fine.
Look.
There was absolutely no need to do anything.
Look.
The moment that you touched it, it
I
broke.
touched nothing and it broke. Okay, you have to realize
That doesn't
I
exist.
left.
That's
I
not
left.
possible. You had to
I
do something. You had to
left.
fuck with it.
I left the settings exactly the same. I started up the podcast on a Wednesday. The first thing I heard was roboting through my microphone. So the first thing I did, I took the due diligence and I consulted you. I let you know the issue and you told me, that is weird. And
It is
I
weird because
said,
it's not
that
do
is
If you
weird.
don't- if
And
you
I'm
don't mess with audio.
and
it
I
works.
told you, I'm like, okay, maybe it's the delay. Maybe there's some type of desync and it's making this happen. So I said, okay, let me change it from 256 to 192. I changed it to 192 and lo and behold, the desync went away and now we're good. So now
Then why did desync problems when we were fixing it and tuning it?
I have no idea, bro. You're asking
No,
the
you
wrong person. You're asking the wrong person.
I want your computer logs.
Dude,
Everything.
I will gladly send it, bro. I will gladly send it.
Everything.
I
Your
do
social
have a-
security.
I have a story. If we have time for it.
Go for
Oh,
it.
we have a lot of time.
It's got to be something with the name Dan because my buddy Blocks, also named Dan, got himself an AT2040 and Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. God damn it, the bodyguard gets me every time. So he couldn't figure out why the mic wasn't picking anything up. He was troubleshooting for days. He was asking for help all over the Facebook and everything like that. And he finally gets me to do a video call with him after like a week of fighting with this thing and getting ready to throw it out the window. And I don't know anything about the Focusrite Scarlett. All I know is that I have a
Oh, I remember this.
Shure SM7B, and I know what a Shure SM7B needs. So I get on this video call with him, right? And he's talking to me through his phone, and he's got the camera on his computer, his laptop that has the Focusrite attached to it, and it's got the microphones. He's got a dual microphone setup, one for him and one for his co-anchor, because he's gonna do like Magic the Gathering podcasts and things like that, because he really likes the game. And he's pointing at the knobs, which at this point I want to say were all the way to the left. He says, "These lights are supposed to light up when I talk." And I said, "Dan, condenser mics need gain."
He's not using a condenser mic though. He's using the same mic
Or
as
dy-
me, which is dynamic.
Either way, they need gain.
Eh,
My
it
man
depends on the
had
mic
his
and its
knob all
impedance.
the way to the left. I said, "Dan, I want you to take that knob and I want you to crank it all the way right." And as soon as he did that, it started lighting up. He says, "Oh my God." He's been troubleshooting and doing all this stuff, looking at all the forums for an entire week. My man didn't boost the gain.
That's all you need to do. Put the
My
gain
man
halfway,
literally
do a
did
little
not
bit of
turn the fucking
EQing, and he's
knob.
fine. Yeah. My man's a bucket.
So
Uh,
all he had to do was crank the gain.
Dude.
Oh,
it's infuriating, but I also know that feel when it's just something. Okay, I
the
actually have
simplest
a
stuff.
story,
It's always the simplest stuff.
so okay, you want to know something even stupider? So I was doing a collab with a couple of other VTuber friends and my bodyguard. That should be doing a perimeter check right now, and here's what
Should
happened.
be.
So we did 7 days to die, and we were having fun. Now, the entire time, I'm talking to my bodyguard, I'm talking to my VTuber friends, and we're having a ton of fun. Now, my other VTuber friend that I was collabing with was kind of non-responsive to my bodyguard, and it was kind of weird because my bodyguard would try to get their attention, and they just wouldn't respond until like I said something. At the end of the stream, we go, we rate a person, we have our fun, and we're just decompressing, hanging out, just doing the typical after stream stuff. And there comes a moment where he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna do a couple of things. Like, thanks for having me on." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure thing." It's like, I'll see you. I'll see you around. Talk to you later, buddy." And my friend, she goes, "Wait, there. We closed the game. How can you still hear him?" And she tabs over to Discord, tabs over to the bodyguard's name. She had him muted the entire stream. 3 hours. We streamed together. 3 hours troubleshooting different issues and talking and relaying messages. And there was bits that kept on going and going. And she was leaning into them, which led me to believe it's like, is it this weird like time zone because they're in Norway and we're in the US? It's like, is she just like sleep deprived? What's going on? Because she would lean into the same jokes that my bodyguard was making. We couldn't figure it out. Stream ends. Oh shit. We had him muted the entire time.
Yeah,
Stupid. Oh
I've
my
been
god.
proxy to that a couple of times, though it's usually fucking Ryu leaving himself, or Crow now leaving himself muted for like an hour. I'm wondering why everybody's talking over him. He's got his fucking.
Like
I just want to clear
our host muted up.
I just want to clear something right now. So I'm having a conversation with Dan and Adora in chat, and I feel like they're getting confused with the setting I changed on my microphone. I changed buffer size, which is basically in simple terms delay. What they're talking about is what I'm assuming is bitrate, audio bitrate, which is completely different. And I didn't change any of that, and I also didn't change any of the sample rate. We actually figured out. But buffer size and bitrate are different, no? There's two different things.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, buffer size is delay, bitrate is the audio bitrate. That's two different things. And I just wanted to make that clear that I changed the buffer size, which is completely different. You don't actually get to adjust the audio bit rate from your preamp software. You can only do sample rate, which is like 44100, 48,000, 192,000, etc., etc., etc. And buffer size or buffer delay, which is basically syncing with your internal clock. So I think what was happening was, Doc, now that I think about it, is when I changed from 256 buffer size to 192, it synced better with my internal clock with my PC than 256 did. So that caused, so 256 caused enough desync for me to start roboting. So when I changed it to 192, it was like, yeah, okay, we're syncing up a little better with the internal clock here. So I think that's what happened. So
It's like a device timestamp thing.
So like, you remember when we turned it to 120 and it was horrible because it was too fast, right?
Yeah. That was man. That was oh man. I don't even want to get into that whole that was a whole session that I was nearly pulling out my hair on.
Dude, your
Like, I
dad
had
saved
to
our
call my
lives.
dad. It was like midnight, and I'm calling my dad. It's like because he's an audio pro. Like
Yeah.
he's been doing this for 20 years, and I'm like, hey pops, we can't get this shit to work. And I don't swear in front of my dad because we have like a respect thing. He doesn't watch my streams because I swear, and I don't swear in front of him. But I called him, and when he heard that, he's like, "You having issues?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we need to get this mic working
His
because I'm
dad was a
about to
G.
throw something out the window."
His dad was a G, by the way. He was super cool.
It's always cool
Me,
to know people who know stuff.
me,
That's-
Doc, and his dad bonded. It was great.
Oh, there's a soreness. Oh, yep.
We bonded. Oh, there it is. His 5G chip is kicking in.
Yep,
It's
finally-
rooting,
5G
getting the
is
bio
finally
data. It's getting his
We're
bio data.
leaning into the joke. Okay.
It's installing Android 12,
Android 12.
Oxygen
No, no, no,
OS,
it's just-
Oxygen OS,
It's first. It has to go through Oreo first.
Oreo.
I swear to God.
It
I
has
like
to load
that.
up Oreo first before it can start processing.
Dude, imagine it's just going through Arch Linux.
Pull the repository from GitHub first.
Dude, imagine it's
How-
you see system specs and it's just Vic's brain 1 core.
No, it's 3 core. 2 of them are burnt out.
Fucking wow. Okay. All right.
That's still like
Damn, I wasn't aware that this was another one of my anniversary streams.
I'm
Well,
at
no,
Silly
no, no,
Goose
Roasted Victor
We
Seven
Fried.
got
all over
Dio
again.
first. We got Dio first. Now we got you. Now you guys have to team up on me.
Man.
I don't know about you, but I don't swing that way. Thanks though.
Yikes.
I don't discriminate.
As he says, as he's sitting in the Oval Office from fucking America.
Man, he's you see he's not left or right wing, he's north wing.
How do you know that? You're Canadian.
Exactly. I'm in the north, aren't I? Oh man. But like, if we're talking purely about brain capacity, I think Doc is the most lacking out of all of us.
How so?
Just look at you, bro. Them dead fish eyes,
Dead fish eye. Okay.
that pale skin,
Alright.
that messed up hair.
You know, when you can teleport around worlds, you really don't
A
get
security guard that compensates for literally 95% of your IQ.
This is coming from Captain Curry in Canada himself. What?
True. I make the spiciest curry, brother.
Like,
Spiciest.
you could
I
hide
require
behind a
oats.
sapling, bro.
Dude. Bro, honestly, okay.
I feel like
I don't know
I feel
why.
like-
When you said Captain Curry, I was just like, dude, I want to drink mango juice right now. Like, I just want some.
I don't know if you've ever played Link Between Worlds, where he just flattens himself against the wall. I feel
now
like you do
available
that
at
just
the
naturally.
Stream Elements store.
Dream Element store. What about it? They have mango juice in there?
It would be an A
No,
word.
your Stream Elements store. It's available on your Stream Elements store, right?
Is it? Oh yeah, it is. It is.
It's
Facts.
right next to the Victor 7 bathwater, right?
Victor said
Dude, no one wants that, bro. That's like, it has like some of the
I've been stuck with
leftover.
this shitty little corner shower for 4 years.
Dude, it's had
I
beard.
miss having
It
a
has beard
bathtub, man.
dandruff
It's
in it,
that
bro.
metal aluminum bathtub that you see in the
No,
like
no, it's
ranches.
it's plastic and it's fucking acrylic or whatever the hell it is.
It's
but
not
it's got this
ceramic. You mean
You
ceramic?
do
like
have a bath. We're
curved.
establishing
No,
that
it's not.
you do have a bath and that you're bottling your bath water on Dio's Stream Element store.
But it's not. God fucking damn it.
Oh yeah. Go to dipshits.gg where we'll be selling Victor 7. Victor 7
Wait, I wish
bath water.
anything on that link. I'm gonna do it.
No, there actually isn't. I was looking at it earlier. I can actually get the domain, which I want to do. Which I
I
want to
have-
do.
The domain, quick,
domain to
hold it
my own.
ransom.
Do it.
I wanna.
Make him
I'm gonna
buy
get
me
the.
a mic.
Dude, we're
Buy me a
gonna have we're just gonna have like different equipment funds. We're gonna have like Doc, the guest star, who like the eternal guest star. He just has like
What you're saying?
a mic
So
fund.
what you're saying is that you're giving preferential treatment to face cam streamers and not VTubers. Is
Not
that what
really.
you're saying, Dio?
I'm really. I mean, look at Vic. He
I
looks like
smell
an
outrage,
NFT, bro.
I smell outrage culture.
Nah. I'm cool with VTubers, bro. VTubers are pretty sick. Because I can sell them
VTubers
for a profit.
There are VTubers who know my weaknesses, and it's not okay.
Dude. Okay, dude. See, okay, there's two things, all right? There's two types of content that I cannot stand for different reasons, but they fall under the same category of I can't stand.
Podcast and Twitch
Some
streamers?
I was gonna say some
I got him.
VTubers.
I got him, everyone. He
I was,
stumbled.
I was gonna say some VTubers and ASMR. I can't do ASMR.
Oh yeah, no, I can't do that either. There's a lot of people who love it. I don't understand it.
Like I have a friend, right? Just someone I've met quite recently, actually.
Sorry, people who like ASMR are probably people who like chewing on foil with metal fillings.
Maybe. Honestly, that's not inaccurate. But basically, right? Like I just recently I made a friend in the ASMR space. Really cool person, super cool. And you know, I was telling them about how I can't stand ASMR, and they're like, I wonder why. I'm curious why, because obviously they've been doing this for years. They're curious why I can't stand it. So I told them, I'm like, with certain frequency sounds, my side gets like this weird piercing jerky feeling where like
Interesting.
every time it's sort of like so let me explain this. So with the ASMR, if it's of certain high frequency or sort of like a saliva type like wet sound, right?
Yeah.
Or if I can feel heat from my headphones, you know what I mean? Like those like weird saliva like breathing, like the heat feeling when someone's like, it feels like someone's breathing through your headphones.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you're gonna have a ball if you have phantom
So-
sense.
So those things make like my side, right? I get like this weird piercing jerky feeling. So I go like this. If you don't know what I just did, for those of you on audio, because obviously you guys don't know what the hell I just did. Basically, I was like, I basically jerked myself to like my left because it's always on my
That's
right
like right.
side. It's always on my right side. And I
So
hate it.
for me,
Hate the
it-
feeling.
yeah, for me it's specific sounds. Like you were talking about the whole saliva smacking sound. If I can't listen to people eat, especially if they chew with their fucking mouths open, and
Dude,
again, it's called misophonia. Um, I don't know why, but it makes me want to shut the sound down as quickly as possible using whatever means necessary, including violence. I will wake up and choose first degree just to make it stop.
dude, the other day Ryu was crunching on chips in chat when you weren't here, and I told him to stop and he didn't stop, and it got worse and worse, and I'm like, my guy, I don't like this as much as Vic does, all right? Or like I don't like this any less or any more than
Any more?
Vic does. Any more than Vic does. and I don't like it either, right? And my man's like, he's going ham on his
He's going full
chips.
grapefruit on it.
I'm like, dude, yeah, he's going full grapefruit. I don't know how you grapefruit a chip, but he found out how to do it. My man was not
Determination, that's
having
how.
my man was not having salted vinegar chips. He was having salted grapefruit chips, bro. It was
Mm.
something else. And I was like, dude, you need to
This is a
stop.
grapefruit that's been
Give
soaked in
amazing
vinegar,
chip.
some
He's
salt
like,
on it.
and he
It's
made it
just
worse too. He maxed his gain up and then he did it
Oh.
again. And I'm like, dude, why did you do that? And he's like, just to spite you. And I'm like, I hate you. I hope you realize this, bro.
My brain is literally itching thinking about it. It's in my head. Ugh.
You know,
Crow
that
was
that actually brings me up to an interesting question. You know, a lot of people that use VR or that eventually do go the VTubing route, you develop a little bit of a phantom sense. Did that happen to you as well when you were in VR, Vic? Because I know you've tried it out a bit.
So, okay, I'm
phantom
fairly
sense?
certain that my sister has phantom sense. I don't think I have it.
Okay.
Because I can look at her and I can like tickle my own palm and she'll be like, and
Okay.
but I don't know that I've spent enough time in VR in close proximity to other users to really know. Because
Hmm.
I don't like I think I kind of have a broad sensory issue where like my sense of touch is a little bit dulled.
Right.
So I think that
That's what
doesn't really
phantom
affect
sense
me.
is. Yeah, I felt that when I first tried VR. Because it's not like I haven't done VR before. When I went to LTX in 2019, which is Linus's Tech Expo that he does here in BC. He what's it called? They had VR booths set up, and I was playing Arizona Sunshine, the zombie game,
Mm,
and I had like these like after a while, right? Like obviously first time trying VR, when the zombie got in my face, I was like freaking out, right? I was moving my face away. I was like, shit, that's too close.
yeah.
Then I sort of got used to it and I got immersed in the game. Then I started feeling things, right? Like you wouldn't think you'd be feeling something because you know it's in VR, right? But like it's like small sensations, but like I do understand what you mean. I had to search up phantom sense, by the way, to like clarify
See,
if I felt it or not, and I
You
have.
wanna explain it to everyone at home just in case they
I
don't know it as well?
wish. Yeah.
Sure. So
Since you have the
phantom sense.
Merriam-Webster dictionary version up,
No, I
right?
don't, but so
Double
phantom.
sourced, right? You have the proper definition, right? You didn't just pop open Urban Dictionary, right?
All right. All right. So phantom
I
sense
got
is
no
a
answer on that one.
phenomenon caused by immersion in a VR environment where users' brain tricks them into feeling touch sensations on their virtual body in VR. Fun in the event of virtual tingles, less fun when being stabbed in the eye with a lightsaber.
Yeah. See, I maybe if I spend more time, I'll start developing that because I currently, I don't like, I can kind of imagine kind of more of a proximity presence, but I don't actually feel anything, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
if somebody reaches out and puts their virtual hand on my virtual shoulder, like I'll kind of I kind of get a sense that something is near, but I don't actually feel like
Well,
there's
that's
been any
phantom sense. It's not really developed out phantom sense, but that in essence is
like the
phantom
seed of
sense.
phantom sense. I'm hoping I can develop it because that's I'm really into the whole immersion thing with VR. I want it to be as real as possible, you know.
Killing zombies in
So,
VR was probably some of the most fun I've ever had, honestly.
yeah, but I
Have you
never
tried
like
flying a plane?
one of my favorite games was Blade and Sorcery, and sometimes they'll chop me right in the neck. I don't feel that.
Obviously, but that would be
Like
cool.
I don't. There's no like it's more of like I see the health flash red around my screen. I'm like, ah shit, I just took a hit. All right, I'm up again, ready to go. I can tell you one instance that I didn't need Phantom Sense for, because I kicked a real chair.
I think that's just regular sense, Vic.
Yeah, no, I think that's just regular pain. Uh,
Nothing virtual about that. That's
nope,
splinters.
nope.
That is
I
splinters.
strapped on. It was the first day I got my full body tracking kit. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do some taekwondo in Blade and Sorcery. I'm gonna kick some fuckers, right? And they're on just the very, very edge of my mat. It was a metal folding chair.
Yep.
That was not on stream. That was in the morning. And like I still feel that in my 4 smaller toes on my right foot. And that was, I want to say, a good 5 months ago.
Jeez, bro.
The very first kick, I went to just forward sweep somebody's ankle out from under them because they left, they left it open. And then all of a sudden, crack.
You know
And
what?
here's the thing: you can't pause that game. You got to keep fighting.
You know what?
So I'm all gimping around until I finish the wave, and I sit down. And it's like, ah.
For
Dude,
those
that
of you
it was so
listening
painful.
on Apple Music and Spotify, Victor 7 just stood up, demonstrated what he did, and is now just barely sitting back down on his computer.
Yeah, pretty
There's
much.
a full demonstration they can watch on Twitch.
Yeah, he basically kicked his chair again
I couldn't hear you, I'm
to
sorry,
relive the 5 months.
My headphones cut out for a second. They're battery operated.
I'm not gonna ask what else is battery operated. Anyways,
The headset, his controllers.
His brain. He needs a replacement of double A's.
A
There goes my
question
phone.
from chat: what's my favorite stretch? Honestly, I don't have a favorite stretch. I have a favorite routine because I've done it so much from Taekwondo classes that I took.
Yeah. It's
But
called
they're all
called
leg
the
stretches,
chop.
So
Yeah. You know what? If I can't get a new phone, I'm just gonna get a VR headset instead.
just walk around and answer calls in that thing. Was she?
I mean,
No,
you do
seriously.
have pass through. You could literally use the pass through as just your eyes.
Yeah.
Mm,
Just have to walk around with a battery pack on your back if you're
Fair
doing the
enough.
Quest 2 thing.
Laptop.
Then you'll know what it
5G.
feels like to be Jordan LaForge.
Wait, you know what? You go, you get
That went
poked,
right
you get your
over his head.
5G chip installed on you. You just hook up your USB-C to yourself, and there you go.
By
Give
a
it
no,
internet.
it's NFC.
Mhm.
Transfer data. I got my
Just
shot.
Headbutt people.
You know you got your 5G chip when you can take your phone, put it on your arm, and you get NFC.
Yo, I would have been so happy if you had put a band-aid on there with an actual NFC tag and it just lit up right now. That
Dude,
would have been
would've
perfect.
funny.
That would have been sick. Just put it over the sleeve and just see it light up. Like, what the shit? Oh, such good ideas.
Dude. But yeah, I actually so when I was mentioning mics earlier, when I was saying achieving my dream, basically Vic, you have one of my 3 dream mics, which is the SM7B.
The SM7B. Oh,
Doc?
that's okay. So you're finally revealing what you were talking
Right.
about. Okay.
Doc, we got so sidetracked that I forgot to like mention
okay.
it. Doc is getting the EV-RE20, which is another dream mic of mine. And then third, I want to get the Audio-Technica BP40, which is the big
top
brother of this
line
guy.
Yeah.
So, you know, my 3 dream
Also, damn it, Dio.
microphones. So you guys are
You're
living
gonna
my
get to tune
dream.
it.
I'm
gonna
living the
tune it
dream through
yourself?
you guys. No, Doc.
Living the-
What the hell? What are friends for, right?
What?
Are we having a
What?
having a
Oh,
tuning?
I'm sorry. My bodyguard asked me a question. Hold on.
Yeah, it's
No, we're fine.
tuning.
We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. It's okay. They're just
Dude,
an AT
this
fanboy.
is
It's
such
okay.
a terrible bit. I hate this.
I get a smile every time, so I'm just gonna keep on
I
doing it.
hate this. I love it.
Oh shit.
Oh man. But dude, don't worry. I'll have you tune for the BP42.
4 hours of my day. I'm already planning it. 4 hours,
I
3
I'm
coffees, and a
bad.
monster.
I'm trying to figure out what I can do to improve my content too. I think honestly, like number one, the green screen needs to be switched out.
Get a
instead of
better
this
mic.
fabric- Excuse you?
Hey,
give
my
me
microphone.
the SM7B. Get a better mic.
So that is to answer the question from chat from Ryu. That is Iskandar.
Yeah.
He's Kandar. He's a super cool guy.
That
And
is a player.
yeah, it's a guy. It's a bit where basically we have this dude in voice chat chilling here muted,
No,
and
he left voice chat. He had to go answer a couple of things. He's listening to the stream on stream. There is a delay between
quiet,
when I do a
quiet,
bit and
quiet.
he shows up for the bit. That's
Quiet,
why when I said
quiet.
my bodyguard is asking me a question, I said it with enough time for him to get here to the mark, so like that I can actually do this and then pop up. This is timed out.
No,
Right,
this is
Reed?
great.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
cool as
great.
hell for doing this. No, I love to see all these little creative ideas, and I've been trying to brainstorm. I might do a complete overhaul of my stream visuals.
Again?
Like it's just, I feel like it's too much of a mishmash. Does it make sense? It's not. It's not. The visuals aren't really congruent. They
True.
don't mesh together. If that
True.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So, like
Because
as
like
far as,
you have
visual
like a
stuff,
fighting arena in one, you have an esports desk in another, you have a forest in another. You know, like
yeah, it's like it's. I mean, I guess that kind of. I guess that it kind of mirrors what the channel is. It's just a hodgepodge of random shit, which isn't
Well,
really like.
Here's a bit of a question.
true.
Why
Yeah.
don't you have a nexus, like a home network that you're in, like a bubble, and then you zoom out through that bubble, you go through like a tube, and you appear in your next scene.
Do like a kind of like a, galaxy map type thing. Could do
Yeah,
that.
sort of like you start out in one area, and as you need to go into other areas, either portaled over, because I mean some of your transitions are really
So
nice, but
you're telling him to Kirby Superstar Ultra his stream.
Or Star Fox it like.
Yeah.
Dimension Door,
Or Kingdom
Dimension
Hearts.
Door, fuck yeah.
Dimension Door things, or
Kingdom
just,
Hearts,
you know,
Portal
different,
2.
different things to do it.
Definitely gonna. But one of the things I'm gonna do is replace this cloth with the green screen, the pull down green screen, like
Mhm.
projector style.
PS5 Seto Kaiba.
The Elgato green screen.
Oh, yo, I didn't tell you, Vic.
Little transition.
Guess what I ordered?
Lean into the mystical.
That are
Yeah, what
coming.
was
They're coming in January. Guess what I ordered?
that? What did you order?
PS5 Dark Plates.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Have you gotten any further in Returnal?
I have not. I've been
It's so rough, dude. It's so.
I did
fucking
beat the
rough.
first boss. I told you I beat the first
Yeah,
boss.
you told me that. Yeah, I still haven't gotten any further. Like, I don't know.
I'm playing my game
considering-
slow because I'm still need to finish Tsushima, or Ghost of Sushi Man. I need to finish that. I still need a platinum
We need
FF7R.
to here on that.
Yep, we do. But yeah, I need to finish Sushi Man. I need a platinum FF7R, but like literally all the FF7R challenges that I need to do are really difficult. Like I'm on the.
Speaking of Tsushima, though,
Ah,
if somebody gets into culture, how many hours have you spent in the game?
who, me?
Yeah.
Not much actually. Surprisingly. You'd be
So I was gonna
surprised.
ask
I
you.
can check for you. I can check for you.
Zero.
Actually.
I don't know. Own a PS5. I have enough problem trying to get a graphics card.
Tsushima is
for
a
this damn
PS4
thing.
game, but you can upgrade it to PS5.
Well, I have a
I-
PS4, but
I was so impressed by Ghost of Tsushima. Of course, I played it after Final Fantasy VII Remake, so it feels story light compared to the remake.
Mhm.
But it's still on its own a fairly good game, in which I feel like the combat was really well done. It had the right mix of that Arkham / Shadow of Mordor style combat that, with of course the Japanese aesthetic and stances and whatnot that they were going for.
So I have sad
Um,
news. I can't check my hours unless I go on my PS5, and I'm not doing that right now.
Well,
Yeah, I think I have like maybe 10 hours. At most, maybe 20.
okay, you're still baby steps.
I'm still baby steps. I haven't gone far.
After you've played more, we're gonna have to chat about it
Oh yeah, trust.
because there's.
So many games to complete.
I liked the sword play so much because there's two different ways you can play this game.
Mhm.
You can go full samurai, walk up to people, challenge them, and then draw your blade, or you can go ninja and just fucking stab their asses.
Technically 3 ways because you can do a hybrid of both too.
You can see. I tried to go as full samurai as I could, just because I really liked the way that the gameplay made you feel.
Mhm.
And that's important for a game. I love the way the character moves. Like, this is something that From Software needs to learn. Their Dark Souls characters and Bloodborne characters move like shit. They move on a digital scale. There's no analog to them. There's no Assassin's Creed in 2011 had better movement
You know what,
than
Vic? You move on a digital scale. You don't have analog movement.
it's like playing Final Fantasy X. You push the
I'm
thing
kidding.
and he's running full speed, you let go and he stops. There's no in between.
Yeah, true.
Like that's what I feel like with Dark Souls. It's like there's no like transitional animation when you're changing directions.
hmm
There's no it's just the character just rotates and is suddenly running that way. It's
You know,
really old school and clunky, and I hate it. Uh, you get something
touching
like
on
Ghost of
that,
Tsushima, huh?
yeah, I was gonna say, touching on that, there was actually a keyboard that was made so that you can actually control the speed of your movement based on pressure put on the key.
That's really cool. See, that's something that honestly, mouse and keyboard gaming has been really lacking because if anybody knows, and a lot of people curse me for this, but I do it anyways. If anybody knows how I play Overwatch,
He
um,
plays with
I,
one controller stick, and then he plays with keyboard.
I play half controller and mouse.
Or no, half
How do
controller
you
and
even
mouse.
do that?
Half controller and mouse. This is
He's a
just my
psychopath. That's
abilities
what he is.
Why?
because analog movement. I can
Dude,
move in an entirely 360 degrees rather than being confined to 8 directions and having to use 3 fingers to move rather than just one.
See, I hate that you play this way because it's so scuffed.
But it works though.
No, it
But it
doesn't.
works.
You still get reamed in Overwatch.
Okay, but I'm still better than the average player.
True, true,
My ass made diamond, okay?
true. You made it higher than I have.
Yeah. So like the way I do things is my left trigger is jump, my left bumper is usually the shift ability. My other
Jump?
ability,
Jump!
yeah, this is jump. This makes it really easy to wall ride as Lucio. Um, yeah. I used to have my melee on my stick click. Decided I didn't like that because I would accidentally melee when I was trying to do a defensive ability, and the melee takes priority, and I would get killed. So, bet you didn't know that.
Well, we
If you,
don't
if
because
you accidentally
no
melee,
one in their right mind uses half controller, half keyboard, or half mouse.
and then of course I use a Razer Naga Hex V2, so I have lots and lots and lots of buttons. So I'll have my crouch, I'll have my interact, I'll have my E ability, I'll have my ultimate back here, and then the rest are just I have my reload up here, and then
I hope you
6
realize
shoot.
I'm in absolute pain looking at you explaining this. Like,
This is the way I play.
I want to confiscate your entire PC for this.
What? You can confiscate my PC?
Yeah, bro. Like, you don't deserve a PC this good if you're doing shit like this. Honest. Can't.
So
Can't. That's horrible.
The thing
Yeah,
that
but
gets me is that I thought that fighting players like to have their hands on the controls in the same exact way all the time. Couldn't you just map it in your head for your movement?
what do you mean?
Well, because I mean, I played Overwatch a lot, and then I transitioned into playing Apex. And keeping with first-person shooters, I've always used my mouse as my aim, and my directional keys on WASD have never really caused a problem where I needed to use half a controller and
For
half of
yeah,
See, Vic is different.
keyboard. Because
He's
for me, it's
special.
ineffective
for
to
me
not
it's a wrist pain
sit
thing.
position
Oh,
because
wrist pain.
I can just move my hands as quickly as I need
Yeah,
to, and my fingers as quickly as I need to.
yeah.
It
So
could be
for
because I'm
me,
a musician and I've played the saxophone for many, many years and other keyed instruments like that. I'm like used to moving my hands really quickly around my keyboard, but it seems
yeah.
ineffective to be
Um,
holding something in your hand and fatiguing yourself slowly and slowly and slowly just to kind of get a different rhythm to it, I
Not
guess.
really, because this I braced this part against my inner thigh, my right leg. So it's just my
Oh, you
I'm just
know
casually
what?
So you're
That is an
so.
so what you're
insane
saying is that you
stat,
have a
Doc.
controller
But
in your lap when you're playing Overwatch?
yeah,
Dude,
How's
Doc,
that
that's actually an
comfortable?
insane stat.
it's really
This
comfortable
makes
because
sense
my left
why
my left
Vic falls off in time.
so my left forearm rests on my left thigh, and it's the controller's braced against the inside of my right thigh, and I have I'm just sitting there playing.
I
It's
have
really
no
easy for me.
idea.
The reason though that I can't do the WASD is specifically the shift and the control key being the pinky that makes this right here is on fire after about 5
Just
minutes.
rebind to where shift is your run and crouch is on your mouse on your side saddle button.
So crouches on my number 1 key. I've already fixed that. But yeah.
What's the other issue?
uh,
If
apparently
if
Dan
solves the
thinks I'm gonna
WASD thing,
eat shit
then-
again for some reason.
I mean, this is just the way I play Overwatch specifically. Other shooters, they don't really support dual control at the same time, so I have to use. So Destiny, I have to use mouse and keyboard. If I play Destiny or Apex, I had to play that. I had to use mouse and keyboard because they don't support dual control styles at the same time.
My brain just cannot comprehend you doing keyboard mouse. I
Me
like I
either.
I don't understand. Like I feel
these
like you're
days-
just complicating it more for yourself at that point.
It
Like-
boggles me.
Because it's a
I mean,
whole new control set.
Apparently, not the only one who does this because there are forums and forums, enough people that Overwatch specifically added the feature to be able to show a certain on-screen control scheme when both are being used at the same time.
That's beyond me, bro.
So
It's beyond me.
there are enough of us. We are rare, but there are enough of us.
You know what?
One of these
One day I'm
I
gonna
wanna
hook
do
up a
left-handed people.
I'm gonna hook up a controller and try it, and see
I
what
wanna-
what happens.
One of these days, what I want to do is I want to get on Overwatch and I want to have one of those displays that shows you what I'm pushing, like for both
Oh
the mouse
yeah.
and
Yeah.
the left half of the keyboard or the left half of the controller. Sorry, because like I don't use the D-pad for anything but like communication stuff. So
hmm
you know, up is ultimate is ready. Holding down is brings up the wheel, and then I can toggle through that with the mouse buttons and stuff. You know, I forget
I
what I
don't
had
know.
left.
I
and
just
right.
feel like I feel like that's just slower. Like that feels slow to me.
Well, because the thing is, I can.
My hands are too
with-
big for this shit. I couldn't do this if I wanted to.
Well, this is thankfully this is a smaller Xbox 360 controller, but or is this Xbox One? I don't remember. Either way,
It's a 360
it's
controller,
easier
my
for
G.
me and I have tried actually. There's a lot of peripherals that are made specifically for this reason. There's the Split Fish Frag Chuck. There is the Grifta. There's
Yeah, there are some
Makes one.
insane peripherals out there.
And I've had they're all left-hand only peripherals that are supposed to emulate keyboard, but that's the problem. They emulate keyboard instead of doing. Some of them did X input, just like the Xbox controller, but the layouts were really bad. Like the stick was all the way down here, so if I'm like pushing forward from the joint, it's actually going diagonal forward. So, but with the just a straight up Xbox controller, it's so much easier for me. I can't AD strafe as fast as some people can because it's it's on a
You
stick.
hit the dead zone. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I do lose that, but being able to make smooth circular movements and nudge myself, or slowly slip past something, to be able to do that, you can't do that on keyboard. You have to tap. You're either 100% or 0. Which is why that keyboard that Dio was talking about, that just like pressure sensitive, I think is a great move in that direction.
The
We
thing
gotta
about
play
that
Overwatch,
keyboard
like, soon enough.
is
I
Is
want
it
to
just
see
me or
that in
did Doc
action.
get quieter?
What? Oh,
he's
where's
not
my microphone?
choking
There
his
it is.
microphone, that's why.
Yeah, I'm not on the mic. I hit it earlier and I just never brought it back forward.
The entire time Dio's been talking over you, I don't think he'd been able to hear you.
Oh, that's fine.
I can hear him. I mean, sorry, I couldn't hear him.
Don't have need a medic bound? No, because I'm the support.
True.
I play support. I got this is the control scheme that got me to diamond support.
You're
One of
wild,
these days I'm
Vic.
gonna download something to where you can see my inputs, and I'm gonna
I'm
put
pretty
it
sure
on.
if you
while I'm
check
playing
Twitter,
Overwatch.
someone has something that you can download real quick.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. I need to combine 2 of them, one for mouse and one for I need to be able to customize it so it only shows certain keys, because the Naga Hex V2 I need to have the 1 through 7 keys as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I've gotten so used to mouse and keyboard. Like I remember my first revisit to controller or console shooters again. Shmorgy was in chat with like we were in voice chat, right? We're chilling. And I decided, yeah, let's be my smartass decided, yeah, let's go on Call of Duty Warzone and play on the PS5 with the controller, a native mouse and keyboard player. I go on,
It's hard to go back to
It
controller.
was so bad. I could
So
not.
hard.
I could not play like I did when I was semi-pro. Holy shit!
You were semi-pro?
I used to be in COD.
I tried. So one of my friends invited me to play Overwatch with them on the Xbox One again.
Dude,
I sat down with the controller. I'm like, oh my god, when trying to aim with a thumbstick now,
can't do it.
my soul, like
I mean, it's the same thing as moving. You're just making little circles, right?
it's different when it's mouse versus stick versus when it's keys versus stick, because mouse you just move your arm and you point at what you want to click, right?
Oh.
This you have to drift the crosshair and then time it to where you push the
Did your
button
lights
with
just
the crosshairs
change?
over the target. Huh?
Did your lights just change? You went from like
Yes.
really warm to really cold.
I don't know.
My man got possessed.
Maybe it's because I
No,
had
like,
this
like
on
all of a
screen.
sudden, like
Yeah,
Oh,
there's,
there it
there's the
is.
color,
There it
there's the
is.
saturation.
there we go.
There it
It's-
is. Now Vic looks like he just ate a mandarin orange.
But
Goat meat mango.
Goat meat
juice.
mango.
Available
He
at,
just had goat meat
stream
mango. So
at,
I did want to say
dipshitspodcast.gg.
there is actually science behind controller and mouse usage, right? Because
yeah,
when you're using your mouse to aim, you're using every muscle on your arm to make movements. You have your
you were
wrists.
talking about
You
falling
have
off
your
over time earlier too.
Sorry?
You were talking about falling off earlier as well.
Falling off.
Falling off over time.
Oh, you falling off over time because I was talking about when Doc was talking about how your hands get weak holding your controller. I was like, that puts the numbers together, bro. No wonder Vic falls off on the later ends of the stream. It's just a bit, and then Dan thought I ate shit, and then the bit was ruined. So it's okay. But yeah, there's actual science behind mouse versus stick, because with stick you're using just your thumb, right? You have only this part of your hand that you're using to move the stick around. That's why they have aim assist. As for mouse, you don't need aim assist because you're using all your fingers, your entire palm, your wrists, your entire arm, right? And that is what lets you control your aim. You have way more accuracy using your entire arm than just your thumb, right? Because you can make more micro adjustments that way. So and I remember I was watching, like, I think it was the Score Esports, and there was a dude from Brock University who does like all this like research on like the science behind gaming on a controller, or just the science behind gaming in general, and like ergonomics, right? So like chair positioning, why or how using a mouse works, like how does a human's arm, or like what parts of your body are you using for a mouse, what parts of your body are you using for a keyboard, for a controller, how your seating position affects ergonomics, how your keyboard positioning affects ergonomics. Like you could get some severe like messed up wrists by having like your keyboard angled.
Yeah.
Like you could mess up your wrists, especially if you don't do exercises. If you don't take care of your shit, like your hand, your hand's gonna die, bro. And it's insane. There's a lot of cool science behind it, and I was always so like impressed by it, because to me it's like, you know, as someone who's played in some high level competitive area, in some like somewhere close to high level competitive in both console and PC, you know, it's very interesting to see the science behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I can't do what I could used to be able to do on console. Hell no, I'm shit. Because I've been playing mouse and keyboard shooters since 2015.
Well, you
right?
upgraded.
Yeah.
You got rid of the soft.
True.
I'll
I
die on
potential
this hill.
unlocked. I potential unlocked from Guru and Dragon Ball, and everything went my way.
Everything grew 3 sizes.
God damn it.
Everything grew 3 sizes, and then the Fire Nation attacked. Anyway, speaking of, I know it's been a long conversation, but we are
It is about
nearing.
time, isn't it?
Yes, it's about time to finish things up, wrap things up. Doc, thank you so much for coming by and being an awesome, awesome guest. We've learned a lot of things from you. We've got some laughs out of you. All that good stuff. Vic, as always, thank you for coming by. And
Yeah, no problem.
of course, Doc, let the people know what is happening in life. Let the people know what you've been up to. Plug yourself. Let the people know your socials and things, you know? So take it away.
So you can find me at twitch.tv/the_doctor_18 or on Twitch at the same so the_doctor_18. Currently, we are working on the model, so we're using PNG tubers. But soon enough, I will be doing a couple of just chatting screens with this VRC model. We're going to be doing our community hangout for hitting 150 followers and 100 because I didn't do the 100 one and I'm at 171, so I have to do it before I hit 200 again. But we're going to be doing a lot more interactive stuff. We're coming back and hopefully, don't quote me on this, but we will have the full model late December. The full
yeah.
thing. I think I might be able to, since I'm on OBS, I might be able to pop up my Discord's React for what my model is going to look like. So give me a second while I pull up my headset a little bit.
Oh, you get a little bit
Break
of
my
preview.
immersion.
I got a
And-
sound primed for this, bro. I have a
Hold
sound primed for this.
Where is this?
I am primed for this.
There we go. That's what I'm going to look like.
That was pretty dope. It's pretty dope. This is pretty
Thank you.
sick looking avatar. But yeah, again,
The mouth is wide open because we got two stills from the art render,
mhm.
but we will be fully kind of rigged, kind of how we are. No leap motion tracking yet, but soon. Soon. But yeah, that's what's going on with me.
Sweet. Again, thank you so much for coming back or coming on the pod, Doc. It was a pleasure to have you, bro. And you know, we've been homies for a while, so it was really cool to have you on and to be able to chat with you like this and have you participate in the podcast like this. So, you know, again, thank you so much for coming by. And, you know, everybody else, take it easy. I'll be seeing you guys next week for the next pod. We are going to be debuting a new co-host. So stay tuned for that.
Oh, uh-oh.
And yeah, that's it for us.
Looks like some stuff's going down.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'm gonna have to head out. There's a bunker with my name on it.
All right.
Yeah.
All
God
right.
damn it.
We're heading for the bunker,
Yep,
boys.
Okay.
All right.